I appreciate you joining me in the booth tonight and helping manage this league. You want to tell us a little bit about Enterprise Racing League?
I sure will, Goose, and thank you very much for. I'm glad to be here with you tonight. Good evening, everyone. Tonight will be actually the first pre-race of Enterprise Racing League before we kick off our actual inaugural season. This is the fifth. This league is based on right now. We've sent out invites. Certain people have accepted, and is going to be joining us this evening. This league was built on experience with over 3 years. It was built to try to give something back that the drivers have wanted, and that's something that they can, rely on being, not only with etiquette, but just rules wise, following the rules. Obviously, me and Goose we don't race in this league. We're admits. We chose not to for a reason because we believe that the admits shouldn't be involved in it if we're running it. It's as I said, it's 50% 3 times wear, and tonight will be the first one where we throw this up online.
I appreciate that, Mike. Excellent. So we're at Las Vegas Motor Speedway tonight. It's an asphalt surface, 1.5 mile track. The banking in the turns are 20%. Front stretch and back stretch are both between 9 and 12% with a gradual increase into the turns, I believe. The lap record was set by an Indy car, so I really don't care about that because this is NASCAR.
Yeah.
But cool information that I didn't really know because I'm that guy is Las Vegas has a multitude of different tracks. The Burlington Oval, I guess, started in 1985 to present.
Yeah, I believe that was 3/8 of a mile.
Yeah, 3.75 miles. The long road course is almost 2.5 miles. Medium road course, short road course. So there's a huge complex there. God, I hope someday I'm able to go there. Mike, we got some drivers driving tonight. You want to tell us who some of those are?
Yeah, right now, we have a driver lineup. We're waiting to, make sure this is all finalized. But the first, I'll give you the first 3 at this point, which we have Josh Jaguar, which is driving in the 19 car Toyota. Then we have Super Dave, which is driving in the 24 Chevy. And then we have Mr. Excitement, which is driving in the number 9 Chevy, which is also, that's a teammate. It comes out of the Hendricks stables. You want to take on the next one, Goose?
Oh, where'd you leave off?
It would be after Mr. Excitement.
Okay, we got
Lost the sauce.
in the number 18 car, we got Army Dog. In the 19 car, we got Joshua Lee Jaguar. He's having some health issues tonight, and he won't make it. Prayers are sent out to him.
Which I gave him a holler out.
Yeah, number 20 car, we got Game Nerd. He might not make it tonight. Probably won't. He's got some duties to assist. In the 24 car, we got Super Dave. Excited to have him on board. In the 32 car, we got Mikey Danman Sr. 37 car, Boss of the Sauce, and he has a schedule conflict. He won't make it tonight. In the number 45 car, we have C's, who is our driver spotlight tonight, and we're hoping that he can make it. He's scheduled for about 8:15, so we're hoping to see him pop in here. And that puts us way ahead of schedule, Mike. Throwing it back to you.
Yeah, there's we have Outside Tickler too as well, buddy, in the number 2 car. He's also scheduled to make a showing tonight as well. I believe that's that's our driver lineup for now. At this point, folks, we're here. We're waiting. Hopefully, C's might pop in. We're supposed to do a quick interview with him. But other than that, Goose, we, this is kind of a great pre-race kind of showing. We're actually doing this where we're not actually driving at the same time because everybody's seen some of the videos that we've done together. You know what I mean? Trying to drive and talk at the same time, give information, this and that. I mean, predictions, buddy. Well, right here, sometimes. I mean, what do you got, bub? I mean, I have some good ones, and we'll see.
Oh man. So let me bring up. We have a race sign up. Let me bring up who actually signed up for the race. Oh, and Casey's on board, by the way. But and we'll
Oh,
discuss
Mr.
that.
Casey.
Yeah, we'll discuss
We'll
that
touch
later.
on that base, folks, after we get through
Yeah.
this. We'll touch on that person individually. Yeah.
And so the people that signed up for the race tonight, not all of them will be able to make it. Joshua Lee Jaguar, as I mentioned before, in the 19 car, he's got
Yep.
some health issues, and all prayers
Okay.
out to him.
Yeah,
Super
definitely.
Dave, Mr. Excitement in the number 9 car. Boss of the Sauce said he probably won't make it. There's a scheduling issue.
Okay.
C's in the 45 car. Outside Tickler in the 2
Yep.
car.
Yep.
Bam
Bam
Travis.
Travis,
Now,
he
did he?
said he will be here. He will be here at 8:30.
Okay, excellent. He'll miss qualifying and the driver
And a driver meeting. Yes, correct.
driver meeting. Thanks for that. He'll miss the driver
I
meeting,
got you,
so
buddy.
by the rules, he will start at the rear of the
Yep.
field. But that's fine. Game Nerd said in the 20 car he signed up for the race, but he may not make it due to some work issues. And last but not least, Mikey Danman Sr. the second in the number 32 car.
Nice. I
So
mean, that's a good field. I mean, you just look at that field. I mean, just a real shout
yeah,
out. I mean, you look at that field. I mean, these guys were hand invited by myself, or we got together and actually, picked out a group and sent out the invites. And these are the ones we got back, which is a great start because I believe that you guys will enjoy the racing that is about to happen here tonight because of a lot of these guys have etiquette, they have respect, they have everything that we've wanted for so long as we move on. So there's all right now predictions, buddy. We're back to that again. I
I'm
let you
gonna
I let you
go.
stall long enough. I let you
I
stall
know
long enough.
I stalled. I stalled bad because actually I'm fighting Tex. It's a new league, a new startup,
Yep.
and there's a lot of interest actually, but
There's a lot of works. There's a lot of stuff in the works.
we're being a little bit cautious. Um,
Yep.
but and then to start a league, you got a bunch of glitches
You're
that you got to work
stalling,
out.
Goose. You're stalling. Your predictions. You're stalling.
Well, I'm gonna say Mikey Danman Sr. the second will win the race if he shows up.
I'm gonna throw this right out there. I'm gonna say Mr. Excitement because we've raced with him before. He was actually one of our team members for a while.
Good
A little
pick.
bit. I think
Good
he's
pick.
got something. I
Good
think
pick.
he's got something real good to offer.
Who
Now for your showing, buddy.
for what?
You're showing.
Super Dave. I think he'll make a good showing. Um,
C's. I chose C's.
C's. Yep. I
Yep.
mean, I haven't even spoke with C's for. Oh, it's got to be over a year and a half
Oh no,
or a
no, you're
year.
right because of me and you both were with him there shortly for a while racing this and that, and he kind of fell off the grid, but then all of a sudden he's popped back up, and he's like, yeah, and I raced with him the other night, and yeah, he seems very excited and ready, raring to go. So we'll see how this all works out
Yeah,
because he's got some talent.
I was really excited when he joined the league. So, uh,
Now,
who's
yeah, just
so
showing.
dark horse? You
Mine
go. Yeah,
was
who's
actually
your
Super Dave.
Super Daisy your dark horse? You
Yep.
know, wow.
Only because of vibration. Yeah, only. Yeah,
Let me
bro.
tell
Wow,
you
right? Only
something. Let
because
me tell
of
you,
we've been. Yeah.
I've got a couple people that I'm looking at, and I'm gonna say Mr. Excitement's going to be my dark horse.
Your dark horse, huh?
Yeah. So
That's a good lineup for all of us. That's
so
a real good lineup.
your winner was who?
Mine was Mr. Excitement.
Mr. E.
Yep.
And mine was Mikey Dan.
Yep.
And your showing was
The C's.
C's.
Yep.
C's might come in here and really surprise us, so I'm rooting for him. And my showing was Super Dave.
Yeah.
And your dark horse
was Super Dave.
Super Dave, okay.
Yep.
And my dark horse was Mr. Excitement.
Yeah. Now, folks, some of these guys we have. Oh my God!
Look at that right on time.
Oh, look at that right on time, dude. That's perfect cue, buddy.
Excellent.
Hey.
C's, welcome to the booth. We are live.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Oh, glad to have you. We're talking about you a little bit. It's so excited, and I was so surprised to get that notification that you were interested in joining the league. So I'm really happy you're here.
Yeah.
And you are our spotlight driver for the pre-race, so we're going to put you on the spot if you don't mind.
No, go ahead. I'm ready for it.
Okay. So I got a couple questions for you. My first question is, hey, can you just tell us about yourself and your quote-unquote career with online driving and who you are, where you come from?
Yeah, I'm from Texas. It's weird how I came into online racing. For me, it started back when NASCAR Heat originally started. So the first one, the weird situation how I came in was it's because none of my friends play Heat 5. So, it was only me in career mode. I wouldn't really mess with online. So, I went into Twitch one day and I was just, watching a streamer. And for some reason, he invited me to come race. And that's just how it started. I joined the next week, and the rest is history.
Okay. Outstanding.
Nice.
So what are your expectations for tonight's race? What are you looking for here tonight at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Cups slider?
I wanna figure out how everyone races, how the draft works with these cars. Maybe even figure out how the cars drive, because I'm still figuring that out still, kinda.
We're in 2020, right?
Oh, we are? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It's 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh,
okay,
now here we go.
so-
He's like, oh no way, we're in 2020.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
man.
Okay, no, we're good then.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So
We know how he
basically,
drives in
you're just
2020.
yeah. So basically, you're just coming to see who's here, gonna meet some new people,
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
kind of see
for sure.
how they drive, gonna see if me and Mike can actually do a broadcast without ripping each other's throats out type deal.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna
No.
figure all that out.
Yeah. No, he knows that. He knows it's not like that.
It is. Mike, you got anything
Just when
for
you got
him?
us on the track. Yeah. No. First, Steve, thank you. We appreciate you, buddy. Welcome. Glad that you joined us. You've been around us for. Actually, believe it or not, you'll be surprised. You've actually, even though you've been quiet, you've been around me and Goose for almost 3 years. To be
Yeah.
honest, in and out, this and that. We're glad to have you. Good luck tonight. On that, just it's like anything else. Just do what you gotta do. One lap, one pit stop, because this is definitely a long race. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something we're getting ready to touch on here soon. Is it's a 50% race, 3 times wear. You're looking at 134 laps tonight.
Okay, yeah. So
That's a lot of laps. That's
Yeah.
39 laps in your first stage, 37 in your second stage, and then you're looking at 51 in your last stage. So that's almost 2 pit stops per stage.
yeah.
And if you can, me and Goose would practice. This is something, folks. Here we go. Here's a little thing that we did. Me and Goose, we went on earlier and we tested some of the theories about, pit stops, this and that, and we know that if you can get to 20 laps, you could make it on one stop. Even though Goose decided, Goose beats my butt every time, but we all know that.
Mike, can I break in here for a minute?
Go ahead, buddy.
There's something going on here that has surprised me greatly.
What's that, my friend?
We have 5 viewers right now.
Awesome.
One of them is Zion.
Yep.
Casey, I see you there, buddy.
Yeah, say hi to everybody. Yes.
FLRL owner. Pop ping in. I don't know what that means, but somebody else come in here. If you join the chat, or if you join watching the YouTube live, just make a comment there and we'll give you a shout out. We got 6 now.
Of course.
How?
Of course,
wow.
That's right, Goose. You can see that. I can't.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, no,
I
definitely. Thank you guys for to watching our pre-race cast. As I said, C's, glad to have you, buddy. It's been a long time since the last time we've thrown some laps together. And we're looking forward to doing this. Obviously, you know now that me and Goose were not racing in the series. We're the admins. We're here to give all the drivers and everything else the respect and what they deserve. Goose, what you got, buddy? Talk to me.
We are 1 or 2 minutes away from the driver meeting. We are going to be rolling. We got Kaylee Austin rooting for P-Laws. We got Marty Laws. So Mr. Peyton, I believe his name is Peyton, has got some fans going on here. We got Fast Claire.
Nice.
Man, we really appreciate you guys giving us some support here and in the pre-season. The actual season starts next week. I'm actually blown away with that. So thank you guys very much. So I'm gonna go do. I got it, Mike. I'm broadcasting, so I'm gonna need you to go do pre-race.
All right.
So slip into ERL main.
Yep.
And see how many actually showed up.
Exactly, and you go right ahead, and I will go take care of that. And I'll be back shortly, and you can hang out with C's for a little bit.
Me and C's. Well, C's needs to go ahead and get into ERL main. C's, thank you very much for showing up.
Yes,
I appreciate
Thank you for having me.
Hey, our honor. Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna put on a show for y'all tonight.
Thanks, buddy. Take care. Okay, if I can find my notebook, Mike was saying, me and Mike went in today and made sure we knew what the race was all about. And stage 1 is going to be 39 laps. Now, if you go all out on this track, you got about 19 laps of fuel. So 19 plus 19 is 38. But you can go 20 laps. We have that rule. You can't do excessive fuel saving. But fuel saving is a valid, racing tactic. So we added 1 to this track. I was able to go in and maintain a really good speed and get 20 laps. I think I run out of fuel a couple hundred yards before the finish line, but so they can go 20 laps. So stage 1 will only be a one-stop stage if it stays caution-free. Stage 2 is 37 laps. So they're not going to have any problem with fuel saving. They can go all out the whole time. And the final stage it looks like 52 laps. I might be off on that a little bit, but it's about 52 laps. So they're going to have to pit twice on that final stage. All right, and we're just sitting waiting. What track again? Las Vegas, sir. In Las Vegas. Go P-Man. Yeah, we got some fans coming in here with Peyton. I think his name's Peyton. Yeah, so Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 50% race. That's a total of 134 laps, times 3 tire wear. Damage will be on. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and set up qualifying because qualifying starts. Uh-oh. No, qualifying starts in 8 minutes. So now I don't have my wingman here, and everybody can tell what my broadcasting talent is like at about zero. So I'm really glad Mike is here because he can talk about everything. Um, During the race, we're going to talk about some uh, NASCAR online news. We're going to talk a little bit about the iRacing. I believe has acquired the NASCAR license for gaming, and there's a lot of people that are excited about that. I believe there's a game I don't play. It's a dirt game. Casey, help me out. You like that game? Put in chat what the name of that game is for me. Outlaw or something like that. And then of course, just about everybody is familiar with iRacing. Uh, and they put out another game too. But Mike's not here, so I don't have a bunch of information because I don't remember stuff like that unless I write it down. So after the race, we will interview the race winner. Um, and this is just a preseason race, and there's a lot of guys that can't make it because they had planned, you know, they've only known about this race for probably less than a week. So that, some of them were unable to get their schedules right. But next week, hopefully, we'll have everybody here. And this is just to help me and Mike, work out the kinks. Like right now, there's a serious kink, and that is thanks, Casey. I appreciate it. World of Outlaws is one of, I guess it's an iRacing game, um, or they put out the game. Um, Kind of working out the kinks, so we wanted to do this, get as many people in here as we can, and actually perform the broadcast for you guys. We want to put out a good product, and feel free to message, and if there's something you'd like to see in the broadcast, um, let us know, and we'll see if we can't do that. I actually made up a format and printed it out, typed it up, and printed it out to make sure we um, stay on track. Yeah, so after the race, we'll make sure you'll know who the winner is, you'll know who's on the podium, and of course we'll have a full field rundown. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine if I'm listening to a podcast and there's a bunch of drivers there, and they don't give you a full field rundown to see where your favorite driver may have finished up. So I'm hoping Mike gets back here because I'm running out of stuff to make up. Okay, so as long as Mike's not here, don't say anything to Mike about. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to tell you guys that he doesn't have any teeth. He told the whole world a few weeks back, but I'm not going to tell him that everybody actually knows that now because he told. Okay, yeah, I hope he doesn't hear that. Oh my God. Okay. It is 8:27. Qualifying starts at 8:30 on the dot. I'm invited to a party. Well, let me see. Let me go see what that party is. Both microphone and audio game are being broadcast. Yes, they are. Hey. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on there. Alright, so we've got our first little glitch here. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Let me see. Just give me a minute, guys. I gotta figure stuff out because I have no idea. That's gone. What is this? That's gone. I wish people would stop texting me. Send me a new invite to the booth. Oh! Well, I'll be darned. Let me do that. Oh my god. I did it wrong. Come on in, Mike. By God, I need you. I don't know what's going on with Mike. There he is. Is that you, Mike?
There we go.
Lord have
Yes, I got
mercy.
you.
I will never do
No,
that again.
yes.
I will never do that again.
What's that? What'd you do?
I just don't have the gift of gab that you got, bro. It was terrible. These guys are gonna like quit. They're gonna like, oh, this guy sucks, and they're gonna go watch like PewDiePie or some shit. I don't know. Look, dude. Oh man. So what's going on over there? We're late
Not
starting.
much. They're getting ready. They're getting ready. They're going to send us our invites. They're getting ready to start their qualifying, which is 7%. With no flat, no nothing like that. It's just 7%. Straight out qualifying. But I'm just waiting for their invites. I have a couple of people taking care of setting up the lobby. I have a couple people that's going to send us our invites. Basically, right now, we're just waiting for them to get their stuff fired off and get themselves organized. It shouldn't be too bad. As I said, this is the first time that I've asked these guys to try to help us out a little bit. Some of them know, some of them don't know. You know what I mean? So this is definitely a pre-race test session. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact,
buddy, it takes a lot.
I'm gonna give you the floor because I gotta go take care of the business I usually have to take care of.
Yeah.
And
Please
I
go
promise
right
to
ahead.
mute my mic. So go ahead.
Oh, I hope so. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, this is right now we're just waiting on the qualifying invites to come in. As I said, it's 7%. One time where no flags, no nothing like that. The race itself, as I said, it's 134 laps, 39, 37, 51. You can do it on one stops. It's just going to be how much patience you have and this and that. On that, we've got a good start for turnout. I mean, as I said, this is a pre-race kind of tryout for broadcasting and everything else. We have some great individuals that responded to us. C's, Mr. Excitement, Super Dave, all these guys. They're here tonight. This ought to be a great opportunity for one. Goose isn't here, so we'll say this: he's a little green around the broadcasting situation.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, but so that was the truth. That's total truth. As a matter of fact, when you left me alone all by myself, which I sent you off, and
Yep.
and so that's another thing that we were supposed to do that we didn't do. What are those guys waiting for? They're late.
I'm not sure, Goose. Hey, actually, here, why don't you do this? Why don't you jump out and you go over there and talk to them, make sure everything's all set, and I'll take care of this.
Well, because I'm broadcasting.
They're supposed. Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about that. Yeah.
So,
No, these guys should be all set. I'm not sure what the holdup is. They were supposed to have, when they got everything all set and organized, they were supposed to have sent us invites.
okay. Well,
All right,
that
let me go
we're
see
the
what's
ones
up.
dropping the ball on that.
Yep,
I what
I'm gonna go back over there, buddy.
You go ahead and go over there and tell them I'm going to set up the lobby now,
Okay.
and I'm going to
We
send it.
may have to. We may have to do that to help them out because it's still a lot.
All right. So I'm going to go set up a lobby. Because they're not. And that's not their fault. This is us. This is on us. Oh, so hope I didn't mess that up. All right. So I'm going to send out these invites. I don't know who. ERL. Okay. So I'm just going to send an invite to everyone. Change the track. So hopefully they'll start coming in. There's C's, Mr. Excitement. It's outstanding. And I really don't know who showed up for the race because I haven't been in that lobby. There's Super Dave. So our qualifying format is 7% times one wear. And you can, it's all about the fastest lap. You can go in the pits, you can change your tires, you can do whatever you want. It's just at the end of the day, whoever has the fastest lap starts the race in first place, second place, third place, and on down. And Mike has left me in here again all by myself. There's Mikey Dan. There's my invite to come back.
All right.
All right, I started that thing. I hope everybody got in because I
I
didn't
told
pause
them
it.
that I told them that you would. Okay. I told them that you were doing it. I told them you were sending them out.
Yeah. Did everybody get in?
As far as I know, yes. I'm
Okay.
waiting to.
Can you tell me who all showed up? I don't even know.
Mr. Excitement's there. Super Dave's there. I got the lobby right now. Actually, I can watch the race. You're in the race, you know that.
Yeah, I gotta. Or you're not racing though, right? It's not.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm watching the race now.
I'm gonna pull
Okay.
off to the side and leave. I did
All
get
right,
an
folks.
invite, so I'm hoping
Here
I'll
we
be able
go.
to
Yeah.
come back.
I gotta take care of that. Oh, folks, yeah, thank you for the little bit. We're still working on some of the kinks and things like that on getting this thing fired off. Yeah, we're getting ready. We're Las Vegas. This is the first pre-race of the season. The opener is actually the season opener. It's a long race. I'm just waiting now to get in. Still there, buddy?
Yeah, they started, and I checked out right away, and I'm zoning.
Okay.
I'm still
Okay.
zoning out. Okay, now I'm going to get my invite and come back in because Mr. Excitement was on the ball and sent me an invite.
And watching these guys, they're qualifying 7%. You know, 47. He's down. Cease is on pit road right now. I think he might be trying to work on something. But I'm running around with number 9, Mr. Excitement. Oh, qualifying is qualifying. You give yourself, give some space, give some room, you know, get your laps, try to stay out of, try to not have any issues. And what would you do here, Goose? If you, I mean, are you back in here yet?
Yeah. Well, I'm not.
Well, I mean,
I'm
what?
not watching the race, but you can
Okay.
still hear me, right?
I mean, okay, yeah, of course. I got
Okay.
a copy on you. I mean, what would you do here at Las Vegas, Goose?
I
While we're
would.
cruising around
So
on
it looked
Vegas.
like there was 19 laps. Okay. So I would go in and start making my adjustments. I'd probably run off 3 or 4 laps, go in, put my setup in, run off some more laps. And then when there was about 4 laps left, I'd go in, get fresh tires, just enough fuel to do 4 laps, and go out there and try to catch somebody's draft. That's what I'd do.
Now, do you think that turn four, which we've run into before, that turn four, when it starts wearing, I guess it depends on the driver. Like I've always talked to you about it, where I always push it kind of probably a little bit harder than I should, and I start wearing that right front. I mean, is there compensation for that? I mean, is it easier going in, easier coming out?
For the front right tire,
Yeah.
so if you want to, the front right tire is gonna wear. But if you want to even it out, you can actually just go in smoother. Um, uh, get off a little earlier and a little smoother and get back into it. Basically, I've found that the slower or the more cautious you're racing, like if you're not getting into it, going into the turns, or accelerating out, that your right rear tire will actually wear more than your right front tire the more cautious you drive. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's how I kind of keep them the same.
Yep.
If I'm in a position where I'm like, oh, my front right is just way too much, I'll just chill out for a lap gap or two, and that'll bring that right rear back up. Why it's like that? I assume it's because when you're gassing on it, you're pushing that right front up,
Right.
and those new tires are trying to keep, trying to go where you're steering, and they're scrubbing off that right front.
Right.
Whereas
Right.
if
No,
you're
agreed.
a little more cautious with the fuel, it's the back tire that's getting a little more wear.
Did you get in with these guys yet? Yes.
Yeah, I'm on with Mikey Danman Sr.
Okay. Go ahead. Right now, I'm seeing these guys. These guys are all spaced out, which is good. I mean, that's it's qualifying. You kind of want to be because of you want to see what a lot of these guys have gone to the pits a couple times. Trying to make some adjustments, trying to get their fast laps. Now, me, and we were talking about this, just now, where me, I was always having trouble where I like the high side here at Vegas. The high side will work. I kind of fooled around with that with you, the other day, on that high side. But I mean, if you can get that high side hook, you can actually give that bottom run a great challenge.
Yeah. There's another thing I want to say. The last few laps of your run, and if you're running hard here, even if you're not, those last few runs your car is gone, and you're trying to control it and stuff. If you go and run that top line, the high line, it's much easier, and your lap times will be better. You'll be not necessarily better, but what they should be is if you were racing the bottom line. It's just the car's more, you're less prone to wreck the car because it's really hard to handle.
And you don't seem to scrub that front as much either.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of throttle. I mean, when I'm running that high side, I mean, I'm running it, when I come in it as a slower rate to get it to hook, and then come around and let it float through the top center, and then come off as much as I can, getting back in the gas. And it seems to not scrub that front tires, so much. But at this point, I mean, folks, we're just running in front of these guys. We're just, flipping through the cameras, having you guys get a great look at the drivers we have tonight. There's Super Dave. He's coming to the pit road. You got Mr. Excitement. He looks like these guys are getting close to the end of their qualifying, probably.
Yeah.
He's in.
Mr. Excitement is in the pits. He's in that number 9 Mountain Dew car. Sees the 47. He's in the pits. but he's
Looks like
not.
he might be done his qualifying run.
I hope he didn't lag out. He's not
I
moving
hope
at
not
all.
either. Yeah, no, I saw that too. But I saw him come in a couple times, so I thought he was all good. So that could be, I mean, who knows? Maybe he's got some adjustments he needs to make on that.
Yeah, DA outside Tickler, he's out on the track still.
Yep. And then you got Mikey Dan Senior too. He's coming in now. He's taking a run down pit road real quick.
DA
24's
Tickler's in
coming
that
out.
number 2
Yep.
discount car.
Dine card. The Dine. It says Dine. I think that's what it is. That's the 32. Hold on, let me get
Yeah,
better.
it looks like it says
no,
discount.
discount car. I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at the 32.
So I'm not going to say that DA Outsider is in a cheap car. I think that's just an advertisement. It's not a discount car. He's got a full-fledged cup car.
No. Yep. Yeah. It's expensive just to wreck them as regular cars.
Mikey Dan is in the Dryo 9. I suck so bad at these fonts.
Mikey Dan, hold on. Let me see. Let me go through here for you. Let me help you out. Mikey Dan is actually in the 32 Dine D car, which is Corey LaJoy's car.
Yeah. It looks like the 24 car of Super Dave is. Looks like he's got some damage to the front of that car. Discount tire, a lot of laps. All right, Peyton, appreciate it, buddy. So he's got cheap tires and not a cheap car.
Yeah,
just
right.
kidding, buddy. Just kidding.
Right, who do we got watching over us? I mean, speaking of that, we want to touch base with these guys. Who we got out there, buddy?
We still got 4. But I've noticed people are coming in, going out. We got 13 comments, so we really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, definitely excellent. And whoever's out there right now, just saying we appreciate you. Right, as I said, we're just floating around on the qualifying aspect of this. You know, these guys. I mean, 7% is definitely, a long qualifying, but we want to make sure that these guys have an opportunity to get some practice in, get some, line management, stuff like that. So, this is a great opportunity. And you're right. I think something happened with C's. I'm just not sure what. He definitely he's parked it and said I'm good, or yeah.
Well, no, he's probably lagged out.
I assume so. Well, that, folks, even if you lag out qualifying, we'll send another invite. You get picked up in the venue. You have to start back. Of course, you'll have to start to the back of the field at that point.
Yeah.
But you still have an opportunity to still make the show.
Tickler's still on track. Mikey Dan's still on track. Super Dave's coming into the pits. This is a long. We might have to shorten that. This is a long qualifying, but
yeah, I'm running out of stuff too, buddy, on this one. I think that I agree with you, Goose. We may want to shorten up this qualifying sessions because 7% is on some tracks could be quite long.
Well, the race is supposed to be starting right now, so
yeah,
there's that. I mean, we got started a little late.
What?
3 times where? Yes, sir. Yes, Casey. That's 3 times where. Oh. So yes, I'm thinking.
Definitely. Oh man, I gotta do this, Goose. I'm sorry, Casey. I gotta give a shout to Casey. It's been a while, buddy. I'm so glad to see you. And you, baby. All this wonderful stuff that's happened with your family. We miss you. We had a great time when all of us were together. Hopefully you maybe come back.
Baby, come back. Something about a hold on. Okay, I'm not gonna do that because see, it went down to 1. We only got 1 viewer now. Oh my God, I ruined it.
Oh, no,
I ruined it.
Oh, that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's probably Casey that one of Casey's like, nope, I'm out.
He's probably like, screw this. This guy's off the chain. But that's all right. I mean, what the hell?
No, that's what it's all about. Goose is all about having fun and enjoy it. I mean, yeah. You got to when you do stuff like this.
One day.
But yeah, definitely. As I said, folks, the 7%. Yeah, that's it seems to be a little bit. We should have been fired off of the race by now, and we're not. So
Marty Laws. Who's Marty Laws? Do I know Marty? Marty, do I know you, or are you just a fan of Peyton? There was a lot of Peyton fans in here a little while ago.
Oh yes, there was.
Still here. Yeah. Oh yeah, Peyton Laws. So he's probably related.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yes. Awesome.
Okay. Awesome. Great to have you guys in here.
Yes, definitely. Family survivor. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have it. I mean, family, this and that. I mean, this is a family, oriented kind of deal. So gotta have the family there.
No, no, it's
Which
not
I'm
Marty Party, I'm pretty sure. That'd be
no.
cool if it was, because
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I sent
Yeah,
Marty
you did.
Party an invite, but
Yes, you
he
did.
might
He
not have
just
got the
never. Yeah, I
message
never.
or he didn't respond.
Yeah.
He's got other stuff
It's all
going
right.
on or whatever. It looked is
It's
finally
over.
over. Finally over.
Folks, we're sorry about that. We're definitely going to make that kind of adjustment, so you guys don't have to
Yeah.
suffer through that too long.
Well, we're gonna know who's the fastest and who's not.
Yep.
So,
I mean, 7 laps. That's a good run. That's a real good stage run, even.
well, they
Going
had
into it.
19.
Yeah. I
7%
mean,
is 19 laps. That's a long,
wow.
long
That's almost
session
a
there.
half. That's almost a half a stage right there.
It's a fuel run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. These guys should get a
So
good feel for their cars now.
in real life, if NASCAR online racing was real life, that probably would be pretty cool. But all right, what do we got? Mikey Danman, number one.
Nice. Very nice.
Can you invite C's back in?
I
Number
sure can.
two, Mr. Excitement. Number three, Super Dave. And Outside Tickler is number four.
Actually, I can't
All
play.
right. Oh,
Oh, I
Game
just
Nerd's
backed
in
out.
here. Oh,
Can you have them pause the?
yeah. Oh, they paused it. Mr. Excitement's got
Okay,
the
good.
lobby, so he paused it.
Very
Outstanding.
nice.
So let's invite everybody back. Um, I'm just going to throw everybody in the league another invite. And if you can throw me an invite. Oh, wait. Not everybody. Yeah, we are in the booth. So I'm going to throw those invites out. Army Dog hasn't made it, and I'm kind of
Yeah,
discouraged about that, but because I really
that's all
wanted to
right.
see him on the track. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he'll be
This is the
here
pre.
next
Yeah.
week.
For the season opener. Yeah. I mean, some of the guys may not show. I mean, we kind of threw this out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Did you throw
So
me a invite?
I'm not in the lobby anymore. I'm in the booth.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm not in the lobby anymore.
All right. He has changed it. Oh, we got Game Nerd is in here. See, we didn't even put him in our calculations because I didn't think he was going to show up, but he's
Actually, we
here.
did. Yeah, exactly. Well, we kind of did, but we didn't.
Okay.
Because he wasn't quite a definite. Actually, Boston Sauce. I think it's Boston Sauce. He was supposed to be here at 8:30.
Yep.
So, but I mean, as I said, we're trying. As I said, folks, this is a pre-race kind of show. Our main goal was to get things started on time. That's why we do this way so that we can make sure we get everything rolling like we're
Okay.
supposed to.
So,
Go shoot.
if you could, we're going to take a brief intermission. I'm going to go take care of a small business. Mike, can you go in there and see what they're going to do? Make sure they send invites.
Yeah.
Is this a points race? No, sir, it's not. This is a preseason race. The actual season starts next week, and it will be this track. It will be
Gotcha,
this
buddy. I'm
race.
gonna go take care of that.
Yeah,
All right, folks. We're gonna take a brief intermission, and we'll resume here in about 5-10 minutes.
yeah. All right, so when they're squaring that away, I've got a small piece of business I got to go take care of. I hate to give you the dead air, but it should only be about 60 seconds. right, I am back. Let me make sure. For some reason, he couldn't get back into this booth, and he should have been able to. So yeah, the last update, they kind of messed up um, our chat stuff, and we got to get used to new stuff here. Did I get an invite? I did not get an invite. I hope I'm getting an invite. I'm getting some messages. Hmm. Getting correction issues. Alright. So I am going. There we go. There's an invite. Alright. They okay, so an update. I apologize for all of that. Um, they're wanting to wait for somebody who's having issues, it looks like, with the connection. Um, and they have waited long enough. Sadly, it C's. Did C's get back in there, Mike?
He's
Yeah.
saying he was having internet connections, problem issues.
Okay. That is what it is. It is what it is.
Well,
I
these
hope.
guys are
Are
ready.
they going to let us know when to come in?
Yeah, are you all set? I'm gonna bounce back out of here real quick. You're all set. They're supposed to be setting it up. I just want to make sure you're all good.
Yeah.
You already started live again? No.
No, we didn't stop.
We didn't stop?
No, we haven't stopped
Oh.
being alive.
Oh, okay. Well, that's some dead air. Sorry about that, folks. All right, let
Yeah.
me go over there.
Oh, thanks a lot. I did the best I could.
That's all right.
Okay, y'all can hop in. Okay, let's go on there. Join. Okay, well that's why we're doing this pre-race thing. Get all these things fixed. Watch live. And zoning into the race. Now we will see how bad this gets. It's pretty bad because now we're down to 0 and we haven't even raced yet. God, this zoning thing is crazy. It just takes so long to zone.
Goose, check your invites.
I'm in.
All right, there we go.
All right, it looks to me like Mikey Danman's up front.
I'm coming in right now, buddy.
So how many did we get for the race? 5?
I believe it was 5.
Well,
And Game Nerd came. Yeah, it was actually. We have. It says 7.
well, that's me and you.
Okay, so it's 5.
Yeah. I assume I only see 5 cars on the track right now, but that's fine.
No, that's all right. I mean, this is a pre-race. You know, this
Yeah.
is we're testing all this, and
So we have Mikey
you know,
Danman Sr. up front. It looks like Tickler just went around him on the outside, which Mikey Dan, Mikey Dan is a very thoughtful racer. He's in it for the long game, and he's very um, thoughtful about the way he races and stuff. It'll look like he's average and stuff, and then at the end of the race, he'll just win. You know?
it's one of those kind of deals. I mean, we've met people like that before, and actually, you know, I'm riding with that now, and yeah, it looks like these guys are actually pretty much a group together, huh?
Yeah. So we got Game Nerd. He looks like he's in third. Well, dropping back to fourth. Mr. Excitement passed him on the outside. Looks like that outside line is running pretty good.
Yeah, well,
and there's Super Dave coming up on the inside. Go ahead.
Oh no, we talked about that before. That outside line. I mean, that outside line. If you could hit that seam where it transfers up from that 9-degree to about 12-degree angle, and you can see the dark point coming off turn 3 and 4. You can see it. You could run that center and get a great run coming off turn 4. But right now, these guys. I mean, we're looking at 2x2. You know, there's 5 cars, and they're all under a blanket right now, Goose.
Yeah, they ain't playing around. They're like, I don't care if it's stage 1. We we're gonna race. We're gonna see what we got, and we're gonna race.
Yeah, they're testing each other out. They're feeling out, you know, soft spots, this and that, getting used to how each other's run. You know, how these guys, some of these guys don't even know each other from a hole. It's the first race they've done with each other, and looks like they're
getting to know each other.
They've got themselves together. Yeah, getting themselves together.
But look here, we got Game Nerd in the front, followed by Mikey Danman, and it looks like Tickler is third.
Yep.
Mr. Excitement's running up top there. It looks like he's in fifth, and in fourth is Super Dave. He's keeping that low line. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Mike,
he's running. He's definitely running that low line. I mean, it's you got to get a feel for this. This track is definitely very deceiving. I mean, it almost looks like
somebody's into the wall. I believe that was that Tickler.
Yeah, he touched that wall. It's like they all got clean and clear out of that one. That was kind of close.
But look at the way they made that save there.
Yep.
Outstanding.
That's patience. That's patience. That's. I mean, right now these guys, I probably would assume. This is just assuming now, folks, that these guys probably aren't quite full throttle right now. They're feeling each other out. They're racing. This is a long stage. It's 39
I'm going to tell
laps.
you right now, Game Nerd is full throttle. He's clean and clear. He's up there. Yep. He's getting a gap now. I'd say he's got at least a half-second gap, maybe a whole second.
Oh, agreed. And that clean air makes a big difference too, because you can actually, if you got some space between you and the second and third place car, you are able to kind of not push it so hard. You know what I mean? When not actually like in race mode.
Look at Mr. Excitement make that pass for second.
Yep. He's another great one that we've been a part of. A lot of these guys we've run with that have been great. The two car, he's hanging right in there. The 24 Super, he's right there in the 4th spot. And not too far, and I don't believe too far behind that. They're all right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, all right, Mike. It looks like they've settled it down just a little bit, and they got in single file for the most part.
Oh yeah, and with 5 cars, I mean, you expect that. I mean, sometimes you get to that point of that stage in the race. They got what they could get out of their tires. You know that Las Vegas can be kind of rough on the tires. We've experienced it. It depends on how you drive. But right now, it looks like they're just settling down and just logging laps because, as I said, this is a long race. It's 134 laps total.
It is a long race. It's a long stage. 39 lap first stage. If you can get 20 laps on that first fuel run, you can.
And we found that out during our test sessions when we were doing it, that it's not so easy to do.
Not so easy, no.
No.
So you can pop in and out of the voice chats, right?
Yeah, I'd have to leave this one and I can jump back in, yes.
Okay.
Well, you want to go and check on these guys out?
Give it a few when they start pitting.
Yeah.
Just after.
See if I can get some pit information.
Yeah.
You got it, buddy. My pleasure. Yeah, and that's something that's a future thing too, folks. Is that we're gonna have as we develop and grow, we're gonna have a pit and race pit reporter that will talk to us about, certain things, this and that, and what's going on. You know,
Yeah,
like I
we
said,
had
we
one.
appreciate.
We had one for
Yep.
tonight. Mr. Excitement was going to do it for us tonight. But he had some. He's got some technical difficulties with the communications equipment, and we're going to have to work through that. We're going to have
Yep.
to. Hopefully, we can get some volunteers to
Oh,
do that.
well, it looks
And
like
get.
Super Dave's making up. Sorry, buddy. I'm just watching this race here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Super Dave, looks like he's trying to look on the inside of that 32, trying to snag that third spot from him.
Yeah, and he,
Those
he he made that pass, didn't he? Or did he?
Nope, no,
No,
nope. He
no.
couldn't make the quite pass on the low side. Looks like that high side still had the momentum, and you can see if you watch this race, watching it right now. If you watch, those guys are actually most of them moved up to that high side. Because you keep the RPMs up, you keep the motor revved up. You know what I mean? And that's where, as I said, you see them watching. If you're watching it right now, I'm actually watching Super Dave right now. If they're running that seam from the transfer from the 9-degree to the 12-degree banking that they have here at Las Vegas. Because it almost helps the car stick there. It stays there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's able to get that bite off that right rear.
I'm on board with DA outside tickler right now, and he looks like he's having some trouble. Now remember, they haven't put that setup in yet, so
That's true. That's
they're
very
probably
true.
wrestling with these cars. Can you get me a lap update?
I sure can. Let me see what I can do after bounce out.
Thanks, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like DA Tickler's having some control issues now. He's wanting to get those laps in so that he can get into the pits and fix this car. Super Dave looks like he's doing just fine up top there. Ooh, it looks like the number 9 car of Mr. Excitement got really loose, went down into the grass. He's lost two positions. He's going to lose 2 positions there. Now he left again. Trying to get Mike back in here. So yeah, Mr. Excitement, he's wanting the same thing. He's wanting those laps to count down, so he's got get those, because these guys know that they have to put in at least 19 laps. Because looks like that's front stretch. I thought they were coming into pit. So it looks like Mikey Danman, Super Dave, Mr. Excitement, they're just kind of taking it easy back there. Like ducks in a row, just trying to get through this first fuel run. Game Nerd, he's still up front. He's increasing his lead a little bit. He looks very smooth. Mr. Excitement got loose again, kind of smacked the wall a little bit, but he didn't lose much position. Oh, for God's sake. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. It looks like Super Dave is in the pits. Mr. Excitement still going. Mikey Danman still going. Race Nerd is just kind of cruising. DA Tickler's coming out of the pits, so he's put in his adjustments to his tire pressures and wedge and tape and everything, try to get the handling on this car back to where it needs to be. Now these two, Super Dave and DA outside Tickler, have probably pit a little early to make this a one stop stage, but I don't know. Hopefully Mike will come back. I just sent him out for a lap update, but he gets a little long-winded sometimes, and that's okay. Super Dave looks like he's cruising. There's Mr. Excitement in the pits. Mikey Dan's coming out, or he's coming into the pits. So I'm going to say Mikey Dan probably went that 20 laps. I think he was the last one. And there's Game Nerd coming out of the pits. Gosh, I wish we had a game that would give us a leaderboard update. But he's looking smooth. He's hugging that line. And we'll run a lap or two and see how Game Nerd is taking on Las Vegas here. He's up into the bumps there. If you drive this track, there's some bumps in the racing groove of this track. You can avoid them by going really low right next to that white line or high. It looks like he's running it right in those bumps though, which to me they don't really slow you down that much. But looks like he's cruising right along. Outside Tickler. Looks like he's coming up on Mr. Excitement here. Let me see if I can figure out. So there's Game Nerd. I'm gonna say he's leading this race. That might be. No. That might be Mikey Danman behind him. And then we're going to have Super Dave behind Mikey Danman. And then there's Super Dave. And then, yeah, Mr. Excitement is going to be in 4th. And DA is going to be in 5th. But don't count him out because it's a long race. All right. It doesn't look like Mikey Danman is catching Game Nerd. If anything, Game Nerd's pulling away from him. But now let me tell you something about Game Nerd. Game Nerd is a super talent and a very fine young man. And he don't play. He comes to race. He comes to win. And he races a lot. He practices a lot. He's got a lot of experience up under his belt. And he's doing great. Mikey Danman, see, he's got a lot of experience. And I look for him to actually win a lot of these races this year just by experience alone. He's fast, but he's also got the patience and the experience to technically race all, or it looks like Mike, my co-host, lost connection. He just come back online. But yeah, Mikey Danman is a very mature driver, very knowledgeable driver, and he will be there in the end. Unless he breaks or something untoward happens. And then Mr. Excitement, Mr. Excitement's got a loose car. We'll ride with him for a little bit, see how he's doing. He's up in them bumps. Oh, he's above him now, so it's fairly smooth up where he is right now. It's not as fast as down below, but I mean, fast is one thing. If you're down there right where he is now, and you have a ill handling car, you'll be in trouble. It looks like Super Dave just hit the pits, and we got Mike back. What happened,
I'm
Mike?
sorry, guys.
We
My
lost
phone
you.
died, and
Uh-oh.
yeah, my phone, when I went to go transfer over, and my phone's been having a problem trying to charge and this and that, and yeah, well, I had a.
You got it plugged in?
Yeah, I'm all set now. I transferred over to a different phone for now.
Okay.
Finish this. Sorry, folks. I apologize for that. That was kind of a, yeah.
So tell us what the drivers are saying without cussing.
No, the drivers are happy. They seem to be they're running good. They're on I think it was on 15 to 39 when I talked to them last, because I'm no longer in the lobby either, because I always transfer over. But they were they were talking about their cars. They are pushing in the front. They're getting ready to do their pit stops. I mean, they're all trying to make that one pit stop.
Right.
To get to that try to make that field mileage run. If you get a chance, Juice, if you can invite me into that again, that would be great.
Invite you into what?
For the race. The race.
I don't think I can do it as a viewer.
Okay.
I
No,
mean,
that's fine. No, I can run with it without it. No problem. Just tell me what's up.
I wonder if there's a way to do that. If anybody in the audience knows if there's a way to invite somebody who doesn't have an invitation to a race
Yeah.
as a viewer of the race, Lord have mercy, let me know.
Oh, wait a minute, buddy. I may have, no, I don't have it.
Yeah, there, and that's something we need to nail down too. Multiple invites. Like if something just like what happened to you happens, you've got another invite to fall back on.
Correct. And we've done that in the past too, where people have said, "Well, I didn't mention that one." I mean, but right now you got control of the race view and everything else, buddy. It's on you. I just fill in the blanks.
I do. So right now I don't know who's leading or anything. I think it's Game Nerd. But Mikey Danman has caught up to him. Mikey Danman was maybe a second or two behind him. Right now he's maybe a second back. But he was
right now
way
they should be
there.
running. They should be running Goose. They should be running right into their tire wear now. Getting into that late part of their run where they're probably maybe taking it a little easy right now because the tires probably got some good wear on them.
Yeah.
I said these guys from last time I knew they were trying to stretch, to get to that 20 lap mark where they were able to do it on one stop. But even then, that's still stretching it.
Yeah,
we even tried it and it was stretching.
I don't think they all made it. I seen Super Dave go in a second time, I believe. But right now we've got Game Nerd looks like he's in the lead. Looks like Mikey Danman is running him down. We got Mr. Excitement coming into the picture behind Mikey Danman, a couple seconds behind Mikey Danman. So right now, in my view, you got a Game Nerd first, Mikey Danman second, and Mr. Excitement third. What lap are y'all on? You know what, Marty? That is a really good question. We were trying to get an in-race reporter lined up for tonight. I'm going to guess that they've got around 9 laps to go, maybe less.
Well, guess what, Goose? I'm able to get back in, and I'm about to be ready to be operational again here. There we go. Now, man, I'm back in now. So
you're back in the race?
Yep. I am.
How'd you do
I found
that?
a way to do it. I picked up one of the invites from one of the guys. And,
it looks like somebody is going slow. That is D.A. Tickler. He's coming out of the pits, maybe. Yeah, he is coming out. He had to pit again.
Yeah.
So I have no idea who
Yeah,
is
what
where.
lap we're on?
Yeah.
Let me find out. Let me see if I can bounce out of here, Goose, and go collect back up in there. Now that I'm back into here again.
Look here. Let me tell you something about this DA Tickler guy. Uh-oh. What was that?
Oh,
Mr. Excitement, is he out of fuel?
oh, I saw that too. He's down on the apron, way
He's
down. Here comes
coasting.
Super Dave.
He's
Oh, you
coasting.
may have pushed it too far.
Oh no. Um,
Yep.
Peyton said that there was 36 of 39, so, and it looks like,
He went on the right, and he's
oh,
definitely
Game
he's on the
Nerd.
backstretch too.
I think Game Nerd run out of fuel.
Yep. Yep. The 20's out of fuel.
And I
The
think,
9's out of fuel.
I think Mikey Dan, wait a minute, is Mikey Dan still going?
No, yeah,
No.
he looks like he might be out of fuel too.
The stage is over.
Or the end of the stage. Stage is over. There it is.
I think Mikey Dan, man, won the stage. I'm going to need you to
I
pop
believe
in there real quick. Just get the finishing order for the first stage. And
Yep.
don't ramble. I need you back.
Oh, no.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first stage, and that was a long one. Oh my goodness. So y'all can hop. Okay, wait a minute. I got some messages here. Hopefully somebody's trying to update me. Sees, hey, I have one question. Okay. And this young man, I'll get with you after the race. Okay, so starting stage 2, Mikey Danman's up front. Uh-oh, looks like somebody didn't start. Mikey Danman's up front. Mr. Excitement's in second. Looks like DA Tickler's in third.
Hey, Goose.
Yep.
Got a copy?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go in our chat, they gave you the lineup in the Facebook chat.
Okay.
I can't see it because of my phone's kind of.
It looks
not
like
running off
Game
my phone.
Nerd is coasting. Did he not pit?
No, he pitted.
Oh, now
I'm
he's
following
going.
him with him and Mikey Dan, yeah.
So he just didn't start?
Oh no, right now I'm watching Mikey Dan right now, and he's on the outside. Oh, Game Nerd, the 20. Yeah, he may have. Yeah, I
Something
see that now
happened?
because they're going by him right now.
It
Yeah, it must have.
almost like maybe his controller disconnected or something. So I see him as a lap down right now.
Yep. He's just
But I
coming
was
back
making
up
a
now.
comment about Peyton. I asked a question. He's obviously watching, or somebody's watching for him.
Yep.
And we might be able to get some information that way because he actually texted, what the lap count was during the race. And I'm like, whoa.
Oh, wow. Well, actually, man, we'll make
Maybe-
sure we'll put him on lockdown. We'll talk to him about see if he wants
Yeah.
to join us and maybe help us with that aspect of it.
He might be one of those people that is gifted with tech like that and can do two
Yep.
things at once, or
Yeah,
very
well, us old
quickly
guys, we can't do that.
do things.
Well, right now, buddy, I mean, we're back in stage 2, 37 laps. These guys probably got about 4 in now.
So
Everybody's
I only
pitted, put some
see 1,
adjustments
2,
in.
3. I only see 4 cars.
4 cars. Did we lose somebody?
No,
Let me
5
flip them
cars.
through.
Okay.
5 cars. I see the 5th car. Yep.
It looks to me like Mr. Excitement's in first place.
Yes, it is. Followed by Mikey Damman, senior number 2. He's not. Mr. Excitement's not pulling away. Just Damman's standing right there. I mean, as I said, these are long stages, so I mean, it's not necessarily
Mike,
What
I'm going to give you the
like
floor for a few minutes. Do you mind?
No, I do not, buddy. You go ahead and do what you got to do. So, folks, right now we'll look at Mr. Excitement sitting in first. We'll get Mikey Damman sitting in second. Looks like Game Nerd's starting to. He's trying to get his stuff together and get back up there. Then the third spot right now, because I believe the number 20 car is a lap down. You got of Outside Tickler. He's sitting in the third spot, and then you got Super Dave, which is right behind them. These guys aren't too far off. Every half second, 2 seconds. But right now, it looks like Mikey Diamant Senior he's just trying to ride out the line and ride the stages out, and get some setups in. And right now, he's just tracking Mr. Excitement. It's a pretty key race. Looks like he's starting to close down on that now. He's starting to, maybe his setup's starting to come in. He might have a little bit longer setup, wait for those tires to heat up a little bit. Now we're just flipping through here, looking through Mr. Excitement, which is our leader, which I'm following through right now. We'll give a different camera view there. Right now he's probably about a half a second from Mikey Damman in the 32, which is looks like he's just tracking him and just running. And then you got behind that, you got the lap car of the 20 of Game Nerd, and then the third place car of Outsider. Now, folks, sorry about that little bit of a hiccup there. My phone kind of on me while I was, kind of doing that. But I definitely I can't see what Goose can see because he has the control channel. But I wanted to thank everybody that's out there, watching this and being part of this pre-race, set for this league that we're about to fire off very soon. And I hope you guys are enjoying it because right now it's some good racing. Looks like the two's starting to work back up onto that 20 now. 24. He's been quiet all night. He's actually one of my dark horses that I picked, and he's been quiet, and he's just been running his laps and taking his time and knowing that this is a long race. We'll work our way back up. I'm right with Mikey Damien, the CD behind, the second place spot right behind Mr. Excitement. He's looking at, Mr. Excitement's looking at that middle line off. And then you're looking at Mikey Damien, which is running a totally different line than Mr. Excitement is. He's running that low line. Looks like he's starting to start to close down on that number 9 car right now. It's in the lead. Do we have Goose back yet? You copy, buddy?
I am back. I'm reading messages. I'm getting bombarded with messages. I appreciate you holding
buddy.
the floor there for a minute. And then, of course, I had to.
Hey, listen.
I had to go, people. Oh, and by the way, I do appreciate you. I wouldn't be able to broadcast because I am not a broadcaster. I've made that clear. So I appreciate you being here.
We'll make you one.
I doubt that.
Oh no, we will, buddy. You'll see.
Just between you and me, when you were gone for an extended period of time and just left me with dead air, I did not remind everybody that you don't have any teeth. I didn't do that. Just saying. I would never, Mike. I would never.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Oh my God.
No, you're gonna. You're gonna live with that for a long time, sir.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am. No, yeah. Folks, he made sure he did ask. I got him that. I mean, it was a funny situation when that happened, and he did ask, "Can I put that up?" And I told him, "Go right ahead. This is all about fun. This is about being a family and bringing and having a great time." Now, here's a little bit quick, as we say right now, I'll just give you a quick update. Right now, it's still 1 and 2, Mr. Excitement. You got Mikey Damien, Senior 2. They're about a second, maybe a second half of each other. Looks like they're just cruising. Right behind that, you still got outside. He's still running in the 3rd spot. You got Super Dave running in the 4th spot, and then of course you bring up the rear. You got Game Nerd, which is I believe he's a lap down. He's trying to get his lap back, which is very possible. If he keeps running like he is right now, really good. When the end of the stage, he could very well possible, if he can stay 1 lap down, he could get it back at the end of the stage. So it could be what he's thinking, in the long run.
So
what you got, buddy?
In this stage too, fuel is not an issue because you got 19 laps fairly easily. So it's a one-stop without saving fuel. The only concern you're going to have is that at the end of that run, that car is going to get froggy on you. And you've got to be able to handle that car. You've got to have the talent and the experience and the patience to handle that car. Correct.
Well, that's cool. Well, I guess that sighting worked very well because it kicked me out of the race. See if we can find something else. That was weird.
You're kicked out again?
Not out of
The race.
not out of, yeah, out of the actual watching the race, which is that's fine. I mean, I can do it just like anything else. No big deal. I mean, I can talk. I don't need to watch the race. I got you.
So I just now found the official stage one finishing order. Mikey Danman took the stage. Game Nerd second, Mr. Excitement third, Super Dave fourth, and D.A. Tickler bringing up fifth place.
Sorry about that. Yeah, awesome. I mean,
Not a
that's a
problem.
great stage. That's a great stage. They will just a heads up, Goose. They will put that in our Facebook at the end of every stage, so we can follow back through.
Excellent, excellent. And who is doing that? Who did that?
What's
Of
that?
course, it was Peyton. So he's
Talking to.
do what now?
Oh no! Sorry. No, I had a viewer come in. My wife.
Oh, okay. In watching YouTube
Yeah.
or okay.
Well, she was asking me why I was coughing so much. That's all.
Okay.
Trying to make sure I was still alive. But now back to what were you saying, buddy? Before we got on, got sidetracked. You were doing what?
I have no idea. I was busy getting sidetracked. When I get sidetracked, I ain't playing around. Okay? Uh-oh,
Now
it
we
looks
don't
like
haul-
Mr.
that's why we
Excitement's
don't haul
coming into the
squirrel.
pits here.
Yeah, we should be getting about
And
to
that
that
was
point,
a-
about 37 laps.
Yeah, that was a very slow entry to pit road. I don't know what happened there. He might have run out of fuel. I don't know why he would do
Again?
that, though. Huh? Yeah, he come in at
Again?
like 5 miles an hour.
Oh wow, huh?
Mikey
Well,
Dan's still
I
out on
may-
track, and I assume, I hate to do that, but assume he took the lead. And he is, unless he already pit, I have no idea.
Nope. He hasn't pitted yet. From what I saw, until I lost the
Oh,
slot connection with
he's
the race
coming in the
itself.
pits now. Mikey
Yep.
Danman is in the pits now. So we have Mr. Excitement that's been in the pits. Somebody's still out there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's trying to make that
Game nerd.
full because of right now. I believe that he
Are
wants to get
cautions
his
turned on? You know what? That's a good question. I didn't
But
create.
they should have been. They should have been relaxed. I let them know that it was relaxed
Yeah,
caution.
they're supposed to be. They should be on. Now, with
Yes.
this amount of people in the field, it's actually pretty hard to get a caution. Game Nerd is coming in, and he made a pretty clean, very cautious pit stop. I think he ran more laps than anybody else, so he's probably
Yeah.
in pretty good shape there.
I was say because I mean, even him coming in as soon as he did, I was questioning that because of we ran it, and you still was a half, almost like maybe an eighth of a lap short.
Super Dave is coming out of the pits. He's got his pit stop done. D.A. Tickler just passed him on the outside. That's a good looking car. I like that 24 car with the red, white, and blue. Liberty
Yeah,
car.
that's that
Stars
was
and
always
stripes.
that was one of my favorites. Yep, another one I'll always be a favorite of is when they ran well, of course the Days of Thunder colors, the green,
Right.
and stuff like that. When they did his car, that would throw back.
So it looked like, you know what? I think, Game Nerd looks like he's got some damage.
Uh-oh.
But if he can stay on that lead lap, he's going to be fine because he'll get his lap back.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's sometimes it's key. I mean, you get nervous, when you go a lap down, but sometimes, knowing with stages and this and that, we all get that nervous and this and that. The key to that is to stay calm.
Yep.
Try not to go another lap down, but yet try to maintain where you're able to even if you have to run the whole stage lap down, you can get that lap back. You just got to be there when you need to be there. That's all. I've been in those positions many times. Oh, you know that. You know.
Mr. Excitement is right on Mr. Danman.
Yeah, them two have been going at it the whole race. Them two have been swapping back and forth, since the start of this, and they've been giving each other quite the battle.
Mr. Excitement went up high on turns coming out of turn 2, and he's staying high. So that might be where his car just performs the best. And he's side by side now.
Well,
He's got the run, and he's going to make that pass on Mr. Danman. Not quite yet. He took that lap, but they're still side by side. Mr. Danman's got that low line, and Mr. Excitement's making that high line work, but Mikey Dan almost come back at him. Hey, Mr. Excitement has taken, I think it's the lead. But it's rough. It's not easy. Mikey Dan is right there and keeps coming back. It looks like Mikey Dan's going to make the pass now back up underneath him for first place, but doesn't quite get it. Nope, he gets it now. It looked like Mr. Excitement lost it a little bit, went a little high. I don't think he scrubbed the wall, but something happened there. He might have got a little loose, but he's not. He's still keeping that high line, and now he's in first again by a car length. No, by a bumper. Okay. Go ahead, Dave. Or if you got anything to say there.
No, you go, man, because that was intense. You say you're going to be a broadcaster because when you listen to this, dude, you had it all right there. That was intense.
Well, they were racing.
Stuff,
they were racing it. It looks now like Mr. Excitement has decisively made that pass. I believe it's for first place. Now, knowing Mr. Excitement is taking the lead. Knowing Mikey Danman, he let him have it, just so he didn't have to race hard. Save his car, save his tires. He's very savvy that way.
Oh yeah, I mean you agree. I mean, you always told me I was sometimes too generous, but I was also the same way too. Which I probably was. I was probably way generous, about some things and this and that, and he's probably doing the same thing I do. I'll take the spot, let me regroup, cool off some of these tires, and let me get another bite, and let me take another run at you, and we'll see where this turns out.
Yep. Back up to the front. I went to Super Dave. Oh, and there's another car in the mix back there, and it's a white car, so it has to be DA outside Tickler.
Yep, and the number 2.
So he's coming into view there. I didn't notice him before.
Yeah, I mean he's digging. I mean that's what it is. He's digging and he's digging and he's digging and he's trying to make up some time. Well, these guys now you think about these guys racing side by side. We've been through it before. How much it will slow you down, racing side by side, and it's allowing him outside Tickler to come up and start to work his way back up into the mix again.
Yep. Let me. So Mikey Danman has not let Mr. Excitement get away. He's right on him. He's taking his time, it looks like. I wish I had a lap update, but we don't. So.
Well, we'll work definitely with our real broadcast. We'll definitely have everything all and everything we played in and taken care of. That
it's got to be better than this one because this is our maiden actual race broadcast. Now we've done some tests, but they weren't the real thing. This is the real thing, broadcasting a full race, even though it's a preseason race, getting our ducks in a row. I've already got multiple notes on what we need to fix, and we'll get the drivers' input also. Let me make a remark about Game Nerd now. He fell back. He had some trouble there at the beginning of this stage. He hasn't given up. He's rolling. And there's a car behind him. I'm not sure where he is on the track. Okay, somebody got loose and is down. Who is that? DA outside Tickler had a problem somewhere. And he is coming into the pits. All right.
Now back to Game Nerd. I mean, just to reiterate on what you were talking about with Game Nerd. I mean, Game Nerd was. I mean, here's a little bit of story about our background. Me, Goose. We've been teammates. We've been, he's run for me. I've run for him, etc., etc. Casey. Which we haven't really talked. We'll touch more a little bit about Casey, but and Gabriel was actually part of the ones that you brought onto the team. You said, "Hey, listen, this would be great, 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 great." And now look where he's become. Now he's there. He's not giving up. He's not surrendering. He's taking it one lap, one position at a time, and trying to make it work from wherever he's digging himself out of his hole. But he hasn't given up.
So a few laps ago was 33 of 37, so we're coming down to the end of this stage 2. Update on Peyton. He wrecked, overheated, and I believe he's the number 2. Looks like he's coming out of the pits right now. So he's a lap down at least.
Yeah. And that's an opportunity for Game Nerd now.
Well, let me tell you something. Don't count
you know.
Game Nerd out, because if he's only a lap down right now, he still has a good chance to win this race. He was fast in stage 1.
Yep.
It looks like Mikey Danman is making his move to the bottom to try to get around Mr. Excitement. It looks like they're side by side coming out of turn 2. Mr. Excitement maintained the lead up on that top. Mikey Danman took it down again, trying to get under him. He just can't do it. Mr. Excitement is fast on that high line. He has got that high line rolling. They're not done yet. They have at least one lap left because they're still rolling. Here comes Mikey Dan again, trying that inside line, and gives him a little tap and does get around him. Now, I seen the tap. From my view, it was nothing. It was just almost nothing on his left rear quarter panel, but it might have been enough. Oh, Mr. Excitement might be out of fuel. He is way slow. The stage is over. He might have run out of fuel.
Well, which we talked about that too. Remember, right, Goose? We talked about that briefly, where about the fuel and stuff like that. That we even ran out. You know what I mean? It just depends on how. An eighth or whatever lap short. Which that's where we basically ran. Where we thought we were. You know what I mean?
All right, stage 2 update. First, Mikey Danman. Getting him at the line, getting Mr. Excitement at the line. Number 2, second place, Mr. Excitement. Third place, Super Dave. Fourth place, Game Nerd. Fifth place, DA Outside Tickler. He had that issue. He said he had wrecked it. So, all right. Final stage.
Well,
Here we go.
hey,
We got Mr.
Excitement
up in first. Dan Man in second. Super Dave in third. Game Nerd in fourth. And Tickler watching them all.
It's not over yet, though. I mean, you'd be surprised what can happen in this. This is a long stage, 51 laps.
Oh, Game Nerd is pushing it right now. Jump into their chat and see if anybody's a lap down.
All right, I'll be right back.
Because I see right now Mikey Danman is just chilling. There's like 52 laps, 52 laps in this last stage. It is a long
stage. Let me go jump over there and find out what's up.
And Mikey Danman, like I said, he's savvy. He's saving that car. He's not going to let the leaders get away. Game Nerd's coming up through the field. He's just got past DA Outside Tickler. And Mr. Danman, I think, is in fifth place right now. right on DA's. He's trying to get around him. And it looks like he's going to try to do it on the top side. DA wasn't giving him that bottom line.
You got coffee, Goose?
Yeah,
You ready for this?
Yep.
This is good. Now, here's the twist, folks.
go ahead.
Everybody's on the lead lap except for outside Tickler, and he's 3 laps down.
3. Oh, Lord, he had a big problem then.
Yeah.
Well, he's racing
I
Mikey
gave
Dan
the-
Man
I
like he's racing Mikey Dan Man like he's on the lead lap.
Yeah, I mean,
It would
he's
be-
3 laps down. I mean, he's fine,
Yeah.
but
Mikey Dan is fast.
yep,
He would. I think Mikey Dan just got around him. Yeah.
yep.
So he would
Yeah,
be.
he knows he's 3 laps down. He knows that unfortunately, being 3 laps down, I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Because he's. But Game Nerd is the story here. He managed to pull himself all the way back around and get himself back on the lead lap.
Yeah. I was expecting that to happen, and now guess where he's at?
So third.
Second place. He got around Super Dave. Right now, Game Nerd is favored to win this race. I'm sorry. He's fast. As long as he can keep himself out of trouble,
Yeah.
he needs to. Right now, he looks like he's burning it down. He might be a little angry driving.
Anxious.
A little angry
Yeah,
driving.
sometimes, and well, you think about it, Goose. When he was driving for us in Herbert Motorsports, just throw out there back when we were all driving together, he had a habit of that. He would have a habit of getting anxious, you know what I mean, and pushing his car and
Yeah.
burning it out. I'm thinking that maybe he's still got the anxiousness because he is very young, of course, and I'm thinking that the more and more as time goes on, that patience will interact with himself, and he'll get better and better. You know what I mean, with not pushing so hard and burning his equipment up.
Right. Well, let me tell you right now, he's on the outside, pushing for the lead. He's got a nose in front. Right now, he's in first place by half car length. And it looks
And
like
second, third.
he's in first.
Yeah. No, and Mr. Excitement second, and then
But look here, Mr. Excitement and Game Nerd are racing side by side. Guess who crept up right behind him? Super Dave.
Yep. We've been waiting for him. I mean, as you said,
Another
he's a methodical driver.
Very
very
mature
methodical.
driver. Very
Yeah.
mature driver.
He picks it. I mean, he doesn't mind giving up a spot
Yeah.
because later on he can always get it back in the end.
Game Nerd has taken the lead from Mr. Excitement.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we got
But,
the
I
top
mean,
3 under a blanket right now. First place, Game Nerd. Second place, Mr. Excitement. Third place, just kind of hanging there watching what these two youngins are going to do, is Super Dave.
Then pit strategy is going to come into real play. How far can you push this car? I mean, you think about it. You can only get there's 51 laps left in the blast stage. You can only get 20 laps of fuel out of it. So you're still going to be, depends on how your car runs, you're still going to be a half a lap short, at least a half a lap short, if you really do the calculations on how how that works out.
I think they got 52 laps. And if you divide 52 laps by 19 laps, you get under 3 fuel runs. So they have to pit twice.
Right.
At least twice.
Oh
And
no, I agree. Yes, correct.
yeah. So the first, let's say they run 18 laps, the first fuel run, which is very easy. You're not going to have any fuel problems at all. And then the second fuel run, 18 laps. Right?
Right, correct.
That's
Yeah,
36
at least, yeah.
laps. So 52 minus 36, that's 16 laps. So they're going to have to pit twice. And if I was them, I would do 18, 18, and 16 in whatever order. So in my mind, you can go full out the whole time.
So we'll throw this out to the audience, whoever's listening. What would you do? We're sitting at 51 laps. at least you got to go at least 20 laps on fuel, bearing the tires should hold, of course. And then you're going to have to do another stint of 20 laps because we are at 51, so that's only 40 laps. So what would you do in the last part of that stint of that 20 lap run? Would you short pit it? Would you push it all the way and try to, 2 tires, fuel? And what's the scenario?
So yeah, we'll put that question out. What would you do? I can tell you right now, Mikey Dan man is just taking it easy. I see him back there. He's got a. Let me see if I can figure out how far back he is. He's about
Probably
2 seconds back.
So that's about 4 cars.
No, he's 2 seconds back. He's almost a quarter of the straight stretch back.
Okay. So
But
more. Yeah.
he's. I've been keeping an eye on him, and he's not falling back.
He's relaxing. He's riding it out.
Right now, he's got no pressure.
Yep.
I don't even see DA. DA must be having a rough race because he is falling back.
Yeah.
But kudos to him. He obviously has the never quit mindset. He came to race. There's a lot of guys at this point in his shoes would just quit the race.
Yeah.
But
agreed. We've seen it before. We've been through it.
Obviously, he's a young man of character, and he's got that never quit. And I've been in races where I'm like, okay, I'm so far back, and those laps down, and whatever, But I never quit, and I've actually come back and won some of those races. It looks like
it's funny because you say
DA
that
is coming into the pits here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
he's not doing it pretty either. He smacked the crap out that wall right there.
Oh.
But that's all right.
He's coming into the pit to get it fixed.
He's probably a little frustrated.
And the frustration, as you're talking about the frustration, it sets in all of us. It's not just these guys. It's all of us. We all have been through it. We've all been the frustration. We've all been on the bad end of the deal and this and that, blah blah blah. But the key is just like I've always said, Goose. It's always about this: one lap, one race, one position at a time. Never give up, never surrender. Because I've made, and you've seen it before, where I've made championship before. Yeah. Because of other people's, just because of other people's stuff, and that's, it's not your fault. A win's a win, a race, position's a position.
So I got an update here. Mr. Excitement looks like he's taking back the lead. That's another lead change. But
well, that's what's that, 7 now? I think I've counted 7 now. 7 different lead changes between 3 different drivers.
There's been plenty of drama and action. And it looks like Gabe Nerd's trying to get him back on the inside, but, he maybe. Mr. Excitement's slowing down. Oh! Something's wrong with Mr. Excitement's car. He smacked the wall, kind of threw Super Dave off a little bit. He's coming into the pits. There's something is up with Mr. Excitement's car. It didn't look like he blew a tire. He might have run out of fuel and was just trying to get in there. That's kind of what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
Go check.
Mr. Excitement. Mr. Excitement. He's real quick. He has run out of fuel a couple times already during this race, so it could be worried. Let me go see what's up going on with these guys. You keep running the show, buddy.
I'll do what I can. It looks like Mikey Danman's coming in for his pit stop. Game Nerd is in there for his pit stop. Mr. Excitement is in there for his pit stop. Oh, DA is spun out on the grass in front of the grandstands, but he gets it back going. I got to really hand it to him. He come to race. He's going to race. Never quit attitude that he's portraying right now. I'm really glad that he has joined us. because that's the kind of people we're looking for, people with character. Um, and it looks to me like he's proven to me right now that he's an individual with character that never quit, finish what you started. He slapped the wall again. Yeah, I'm talking about you. And it looks like somebody's coming out of the pits behind him. It looks like Mikey Dan, man. Yeah, he's coming out of the pits. He's made his pit stop. I think that's the first pit stops. So they're going to have at least one more pit stop, round of pit stops before the end of this grueling race right here. I don't know who's in the lead. It's got to be Game Nerd. Let me see if I can figure it out. If he's in the lead, he's got a really big lead on whoever's in second place, who I think it's Super Dave at this point. Here comes Mike with an update.
Yeah, no, basically he was just making a pit stop. He got a little loose, and it's just how it went down. On that, the guys really didn't have much to comment about. Racing hard, they're having a great time over there. I'm kind of jealous because I'm not there. But no, but they're having a great race. Yeah, they're just, like I said, they're running their laps, taking their time, taking what their car can give them, giving what their car can't give them, giving away what needs to be given away, and what we wanted when we started this goose, basically.
Yeah.
It's exciting to hear them
Well,
because they're happy, they're content,
as long as
they're enjoying
happy.
it.
Because that's kind of the gist of this whole league is to make racing fun again, make it fair. Everybody's got the same rules. There's no exceptions going to be going on for this guy or that guy or anybody. Races start at this time. If you can't make it, thanks for trying. But in NASCAR, if you don't make, did you know that in NASCAR, if you don't make the driver meeting, you start in the rear?
That's correct.
Just like here.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't make the drivers meeting, you don't make all the requirement meetings that you need to for NASCAR. Just like when you posted up about, if there's any discrepancies, then you always refer back to.
Sit there talking, that's my alarm.
House ain't
then they're
burning
just
down.
gonna, no.
Some kind of alarm going off at your house, Mike.
Oh, no. My wife's I don't know why it was going off. It shouldn't be. Don't.
If your house catches fire, I
No.
expect you to finish the broadcast, sir.
I do. I don't care.
Because it's not flipping.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if
You
that.
done?
Yeah, no, you can take it in there with you. Just don't disconnect the hotspot. There we go. Sorry, folks. Sorry about that. I was checking on my wife. Medical emergency, CPR is done. Defibrillation, we're good. IV's in. She's on her
She's
way.
gonna smack you.
All right, so.
Mr. Excitement has just passed Super Dave on the outside. He's trying to get back up to. Let me find the leader, and they are quite a ways back. I'm going to say that right now, Mr. Excitement is 2.5 seconds behind Game Nerd. I believe we're in our second field run here. So we do still have one round of pit stops that's going to happen. Super Dave is right behind Mr. Excitement. Both of them, they need to hook up maybe. It's hard to draft and go fast on this track, though. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I agree. I mean, we've tried it several times.
Yeah, because that car behind you is making the handling of your car even worse.
Yep. Yep.
Unless the guy behind you is really good.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm not really good, but I've tried flying with you behind you at Las Vegas several times and just getting in that draft and just being able to run with you, and it's not as easy. Yeah, it's far from easy. There's so much movement in the backside when you're on the backside of you. You know what I mean? Like when I'm drafting with you, there's so much movement that it's just it's just not easy at all to try to run with you.
Let me run something
anybody
past
even.
you.
Shoot.
Seeing how this is a preseason race now. DA just got in the back of Mikey Dan, man.
Oops.
I think he's trying to get around him. He might have fresher tires at the moment. But if I was DA, I would just stay behind Mikey
Yeah.
and
It's better off if it's better off
watch
to
him
run right now
because
if you're behind.
yeah, but just watch him because he is a very good driver. He's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of patience. I would be trying to learn from him. He's racing though. He said, I might be 3 laps now, but by God, I'm going to race. I come here to race and I'm going to race. And he tried to get below him and couldn't quite make it happen. Excellent talent though, and heads up. He saw he wasn't gonna. He probably saw he was gonna float up and wall him, and he backed out. So kudos to him.
No, that's that etiquette we talked about when we sent all these invites out. That's the etiquette that we're knowing that. Okay, when to give and when you can race. I mean, if your car is there and it's there and you can do it, race it.
Yeah.
If it's not there, then race it. But at a certain point, you got to understand. Okay, wait a minute. I just can't hold it. I just can't hold him in this position. Because my car is just not there. So I kind of have to. I'd rather back off. Which a lot of me and you and this that where we've raced with, we do that. We'll back off. Fine. You can have the position for now, but it doesn't mean I won't come for it later.
So you know how we're just gonna, because it was a preseason kind of practice broadcasting, practice getting to know each other, driver type of race. I was just gonna have the winner come up and say a few words. At this point, I kind of want to invite them all.
Actually, I'm thinking about inviting them all.
There's only 5.
I think we should.
Yeah.
I think we should,
5.
boss.
And why not bring them all up and get all their views?
Yep, agreed. So, folks, at this point, now me and Goose have discussed that on open air. So at this point, tune in, and when this race is over, we're going to actually invite all the drivers that are here tonight, and we're actually going to get a voice of opinion of what they thought, this and that, and everything else, and so that some of you guys can actually get to meet some of these drivers that are in Enterprise Racing League, and there's more to come. This is just a free race kind of deal. There is a lot more drivers around that we have. They just unfortunately the conflict of interest and stuff like that because of the broadcast. But when the season starts, you'll see.
Yeah. It looks like Super Dave is coming in to make his second pit stop.
Yep.
He's coming in slow.
Boss, what I'm going to do?
He's coming in slow, but that's all right.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and jump over there and let these guys know because they have no clue about that.
Yeah. Let them know that they're all invited to the booth after the race to give their thoughts and opinions and see if they want to voice an opinion about what could be changed, how the race went, and we will make those adjustments.
You got it, boss. I'll be right back.
All right. So we got Super Dave making his last pit stop of the race, hopefully. Got Mr. Excitement and Game Nerd still out on track. Where is Mikey? There's Mikey. So Mikey's coming into turn number... coming out of turn 4. He's still on track. Game Nerd is in the pits. D.A. Tickler's in the pits. Super Dave, I think, just come out of the pits, so he's clean and green to the end of the race, or should be. Here comes Mr. Excitement into the pits, making his pit stop. Looks like a good, clean pit stop. Kept it between the lines. Good job. Mikey Danman is still out there. Has he already made his pit stop? And there's Michael.
Yes. Yeah, I was out with him. I gave them the heads up real quick. Right now, I didn't want to interrupt them too bad because they were talking pitch strategies and things like that, and blah blah blah, communication wise. So I let them know that after the race, please join us in the booth, and they're happy to join us.
Excellent. I am eating a Mounds. Nope.
Well, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, and right now I'm doing the nut thing because that's just the way it is. I got a bunch of Snickers here. My beer. Oh God, I forgot about my beer. Let me
no.
let me do
buddy,
a
I got you
toast.
covered.
Let me do a toast to these drivers. They're out here. They're giving it all. They know it's not a real race. Oh, Mikey Danman's coming in from his pit stop. So he took it long. It looked like he had a good, clean pit stop. And I think he was the last one to pit.
I believe so, yes.
So we are going to see how this all shuffles out in the end. What was I saying? Beer. A toast to these 5 drivers. Mikey Danman. Game Nerd 86525. DA Outside Tickler. Super Dave. I think Super Dave's in 3rd, but he might be in 2nd.
That's possible.
Let's see who's behind. Mr. Excitement looks like he's pretty far back there. It looks like a green car, that little speck. Yeah. So Super Dave, I think, is in 2nd. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Excitement. Mikey Dan coming out of the pits. Let's see if he's around anybody. Wait a minute. Game Nerd is coming around. And he just crossed the start-finish line. Super Dave just crossed the finish line. Mr. Excitement crossed the finish line. Mikey Dan just crossed the finish line. And DA Tickler just crossed the finish line. So that's your lineup from what I know. Got Game Nerd in the lead. Super Dave in 2nd. Mr. Excitement in 3rd. I'm sorry. Mikey Danman in 4th. That's really surprising me right now. Mikey Danman being in 4th. I really thought he was gonna. I mean, I think I picked him to win. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll see
but it's
what
not
happens.
over yet, buddy. I mean,
not over yet.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, this is said. This is this last stage is 2 stops plus possible another.
The
short
stops
stop,
are over.
I mean,
everyone has made their last pit stop. So.
Nuts!
We're on the home stretch
from here on out, folks.
I'm gonna predict they got maybe 10 laps left.
That sounds about right. I mean, that sounds exactly about right. It's going to be all about who has managed to go the longest in that last stage. You know what I mean, for fuel and tires. Who's going to race who, where everybody else is at. Now, fortunately, I'm at a disadvantage right now because I'm not in the race with you guys, but
you're doing a great job now.
Well,
I know to see what's going on screen, bud. Mr. Excitement has caught Super Dave. He was maybe 2 or 3 seconds behind him.
So it tells me he probably fitted a little bit later, maybe.
Yeah.
Tires. No,
it could be.
That's a big plate here.
I think Super Dave was one of the first ones to go in. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So automatically right then and there, he's probably already got 4 or 5 older tires than the rest of the field. What it sounds like.
Yeah.
And that I mean, it just depends on how you can drive it too. I mean, it's going to be tough. He's got to heal the battle, but if these guys get rolling, especially with Game Nerd now, he's back. Obviously he's worked his way. I mean, see, that's what we were talking about too.
Mr. Excitement was making a pass on Super Dave on the outside, got a little bit loose, backed out of it, and now it looks like he's going to make that pass on the outside. You know what?
Nice.
Surprising me tonight, I have seen a lot of passes on the outside of this track.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, Goose, I was working on that with you.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
2 nights ago, I was working on that with you about being able to hang with you on that outside, and being able to not pinch you, but to be able to run with you. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Not coming down on top of you to pinch you to that lower line, but to be able to keep you up above that line, and me being able to have that half a space between me and you. And we were in that like from 5-6 laps. We were able to get around that well until I.
Yeah.
But we won't talk about that.
And now
No, you
Mr.
hit me, and
Excitement
I know
looks like Mr. Excitement is pulling away from Super Dave just so slightly. Mikey Dan, let me get here. So Game Nerd it looked like he's coming out of turn 2. He's on the back stretch. Mr. Excitement's on the back stretch. Super Dave's on the back stretch. Mikey Dan is on the back stretch. So they're not too far apart. I wouldn't, you know what? At this point, I wouldn't count Mikey Dan man out for at least a
I don't count anyone out.
podium.
Everybody was what you were just reading there. You know, it looks like everybody's on the back stretch. You know, all it's going to take, and we've run into this before. All sometimes it takes is just a driver hiccup. You know what I mean? Car acts inappropriate, or the driver I mean, I've done it before where the car pushes me and makes a weird type of movement, and next thing you know I'm in trouble, or it doesn't take much.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say it right now. It looks like Game Nerd is the class of this field. I can barely see second place, which is Mr. Excitement.
Now, if I remember right, he was like 2 laps down, wasn't he? At one point.
No. Game Nerd had trouble in stage 2 and went a lap down, and he did what he had to do. Got back on the lead lap for the final stage, and is tearing it up. I wonder if he's still on a controller. Looks like DA Tickler.
I don't know. I think he is. I'm
Coming
not
out of
sure.
the
I haven't had chance to. Yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to chat with him about that.
Let me tell you, for somebody who's on a controller, he is smooth. He's being smooth. You don't see that little waver waggle
From the click of
that
the
you
controller.
usually see.
Yeah.
It's reminiscent of watching PBT Patton race. He's just so smooth.
Yes.
And I say claims to be. Is the race over? Or is there a caution? I hope there's not a caution. That's got to be.
Hold on, let me go find out.
Yeah, go find
out.
Let me
find out, buddy.
So, either the race is over or there was a caution and we're going to have a runoff. Yeah, but this will get better. We're going to have an in-race reporter so that we know better what's going on. So iRacing has got the license for NASCAR, and we're about to find out if it's over. We're loading, and we're really hoping that we don't have to wait too long, and that iRacing puts out a really decent console game for NASCAR. The race is over. And it looks like Mikey Dan, man.
No, that is the end of the.
Excellent. Okay. Fastest lap goes to Mr. Excitement.
Yep.
All right.
Now we're just gonna invite everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite everybody into the booth. I am inviting. Invite. Oh shit! I messed up the invite. Wait till you actually listen to the thing. It's terrible. Well, I appreciate it. I'll keep working on it. If these drivers stick with me and give me their all, I will definitely give them my all. Oh, we're starting. There's the race winner. We're gonna make him wait. Ha ha ha! Congratulations, game nerd. Are those other boys coming? White players. Yeah, trying to get these boys in here. Mikey Dan. Yeah. Yeah, excellent. At one point we had 6, and it was quickly, but I think Peyton had a lot to do with that.
Uh,
I didn't see.
but still.
Did I see Peyton's?
Now, you know something, Goose? We didn't cover this.
Go ahead. Yeah, $50 PlayStation card. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Okay, I've got all the invites out. Um, let's start with Mr. Excitement.
Yeah, might as well start now, yeah.
Um, Mr. Excitement, how you doing, brother?
Good.
Looks like you had a fast car out there. I believe you got the fastest lap.
But 21.
um, tell us about your race.
It was pretty much single file most of the race. We had like 2 or 3 side-by-side moments, but pretty calm.
Well, that first stage, now you guys were testing each other for a few laps on that first stage now before it got a little bit sprouting it out there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. I think the qualifying was too long. What say you? It was 19 laps.
19 last. Kind of what, cause I saw what Game Nerd put in my chat earlier, which he said 4% wasn't a bad idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Depending on
It,
his idea.
it originally it was 13, and I
Whose
realized that
idea
was
was
going to be
that?
well, I realized
Yeah,
that was going to be a
but
little long.
that's like a quarter of a race.
Yeah, so I brought it down to 7, not knowing that that was still a full run. So we're gonna set up a poll and see if everybody wants to go ahead and shorten that to 4 or 3%. Um, because this broadcast has been going for 2 hours and 13 minutes.
What?
Yes, sir. We
Well, you
went a
think
little.
about it, now you think about it, Bob. We've been going from, not only did we do pre-race in one shot, we did the race in one shot, we did all the interviews in one. I mean, yeah, that's an average
Yeah.
broadcast when
Oh,
you look
hey,
at it on yes.
look, we need to make a new lobby. Mike, go back to ERL main and invite everybody back to ERL main because you only let 4 people come up in the booth. So we can't get
Oh
everybody up.
shit, that's right.
All
Hold
right.
on, yep. So I'm gonna leave the lobby.
Yep. So guys, be patient with us. We really appreciate that you come and participated tonight. This wasn't to test
All
you
right, buddy. What
guys.
you want to do? You want to make the lobby bigger?
Just go to the regular ERL main,
Yeah.
create that channel. Do you know how to do it?
No.
I'll do it. Hold on,
All
guys.
right.
I'm going to get everybody in the right chat.
Yep.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay, I've got those invites out. It looks like everybody is coming on in. There we go. Lord have mercy. Where's DA? I need DA in here because let me tell you something. DA is a trooper. Let me go out. I'm going to make sure that he's in this group. Where's DA? There he is. Get in here, DA. God dang it. And who we missing? We're missing this guy, Mikey. Yeah. Where you at, Mikey? Oh no, he. Okay. He must have had something to do. It looks like he went offline. Let me make sure he's in here though while I'm here. Yeah. So I'm going to continue with what I was saying. I really appreciate you guys. This wasn't a test for you. This was a test for me and Mike. I'm going to give us a C minus at this point. Uh, well, I'm going to give me a C minus. I'm going to give me a C minus. I'm going to give Mike an A because I wouldn't be able to do this by myself. Mike is here helping me. We got some dead air out there, and it's my fault. It's my fault. um, so blah 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 blah. Thank you. But listen, I want to hear. I want to. Originally, we were only going to have the winner come in because yeah, it's only the pre-race, whatever. But the way it turned out, we have 5 guys that were able to finish the race. I think we had 6 or 7 at the beginning, but there was an issue. There was some confusion. I think C's thought we were in the 2022 cars, which I should have caught because there is no 45 car in the 2020s. I guess I didn't see it. I don't know, whatever. So, God, did somebody send me the finishing order? Did anybody grab the finishing order? Thank you, bud. I appreciate it. Okay. We're we're gonna start with DA. We're gonna work our way on up. Is that all right, Game Nerd? You got time? Okay, excellent. I know we ran way late tonight, and I've been with Game Nerd or I've known him so long. I think he had to go to bed earlier than this before. So I'm glad you're able to stay up later. Yeah. Okay. Do you got about 10 minutes for us, Dave? Do you got 10 minutes? Okay. DA, I want to start with you. Kudos for hanging in there, starting what you finished. Um, and you came to race and you raced. But tell me, give me your perspective of how the race went for you. Not only the race, but how the logistics of what we got going on affected you. Um, tell us everything. Well, I appreciate it. We're going to get better. I was disappointed with the broadcast tonight. This is our first real try. Yeah, we've done some testing, but this is the real true test. Go ahead. Oh, I thought somebody was going to say something. All right, who came in fourth? All right, Dan. I think he had to go. So Dave. Same questions, bud. Mike's not your crew chief. Oh, did I say that? Did it? Yeah, okay. All right. Uh-huh. Oh, hell. Oh, shit. So, in my opinion, qualifying still too long. What do you think? Yeah, shit was 19 lap. I mean, the stuff was 19 laps, and I'm like, oh my god, that's too long. Yeah, yeah. Well, this is this is a driver league, um, and we're gonna vote on how long qualifying should be, 3 or 4%. Um, I think you get 3 and 4, right? Yeah. So we'll put that out there. The drivers will determine that. I'm just happy I didn't go with my original one, which was 13%. All right, our runner-up tonight, Mr. Excitement. Tell us about your race, bud. Yeah, yeah. I thought you run out of gas. I was like, why is he going so slow? Okay. All right, listen. Our race winner tonight, Game Nerd. First of all, thank you for coming and gracing us with your greatness in this league. You were the class of the field. At stage two, where you had some issues, but tell us about your racer. Well, let me tell you what I saw. Let me tell you what I saw in the final stage. Game Nerd has trouble in stage two. His car stalled on the restart. He got it going, went a lap down, and he held it together, stayed in there, kept his cool, got his lap back at the end of the stage, started last or second to last because I think DA was having a little more issues. And then came through the field, took the lead, and just drove away. That's what I saw. I mean, that's what I saw. So great job. Do you have any other comments um, or about the league and the rules and all that? Go ahead, Game Nerd. Go ahead. in league history, in our league history. Yeah. So yeah, you guys. Well, let me tell you, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your input. If ever you see something that you think you have an opinion that could make this league better for the drivers, not necessarily for me and Mike, but for the drivers, don't hesitate to contact me, talk with me, and we'll make it happen because that's why we made this league. Not for me to come in and win a bunch of races or that's why I'm not racing in the league so that not only is it fair and the penalties get dished out fairly, but the perception of fairness hopefully is there also. So I really appreciate you guys being here. I want to talk to you guys so much more, but
Did y'all fall asleep or take a nap while we were?
No, I lost connection. I lost yeah,
uh,
that's when I went dead. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
that
know
was
what?
like we were so
Oh,
spread
yeah.
out. I was like, what are they talking about?
I think I just
So
messed up the
they're eating
broadcast.
ice cream.
I think I messed up the broadcast, guys. Is
That's
anybody
all right.
viewing the YouTube broadcast right now?
Yeah.
I wasn't even on it.
Broadcast is down.
Okay. No, we're good.
That's fine.
So,
Oh, it's down for me at least.
Okay.
I was on a different screen that I'm not sure my microphone was on. I did. Oh, God. Dang it. All right.
Okay.
Well, that's another thing
No,
I gotta.
that's what this is all about.
That's another thing. Yeah. So, thank you
I know I
guys.
can.
I really appreciate it.
Yep.
And this broadcast has gone 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Ain't that
And
a record?
yeah, me and Mike are gonna have to find ways to cut that down. Uh,
We will.
pre-race is gonna be Mike. We're taking a hatchet to all the pre-race shit.
Agreed.
We're still gonna get it all in there. We're just gonna do it faster, sir.
I agree. No, not a problem. Me,
Do it faster.
guys, I'm Mr. Excitement. Game night. I'm so glad to see hear from you guys again. It's been a while. You know.
So and I'm
So
putting
Super Dave, I just met you and you guys. Thank you very much for you guys.
as a matter of fact, I'm
when
gonna
we get
end.
done with this, it's gonna be
I'm gonna end the broadcast.
do it.
And if you guys could hold on a second, I'd appreciate it. It's